Gestalt number 3. So the first video is all about the first 4 principles of Gestalt and how to use them in your practical magic. But this time, I want to talk about the last 3 and how to implement them in the bigger ideas and the theory. And I've got one of my most appreciated magician friends with me here to talk about this exactly. Daniel Fernandez. Daniel is here. And let's see you soon.
Let's do it.
If you haven't watched part 1 and 2 of Gestalt, go ahead and watch it right now. It's included in the description below. Stop this video, click pause, and go watch it.
But how do these 3 principles apply to magic?
So these principles apply to the way our audiences interpret our pieces of magic. They are about the way the participants remember our piece of magic.
Or the way they don't remember the piece of magic.
The details that they notice.
Or the details they don't notice.
And the way they understand the piece of magic.
Or the way they fail to understand the piece of magic.
So as opposed to the other videos, I want to explain these principles using ideas from existing tricks. As example, the Elmsley count.
So if you're a muggle, you just saw 4 kings. But if you're a magician, you just saw an Elmsley count. Now this is a perfect example of all 3 principles working together. Now we won't show you how it's done, but what I can tell you is that you missed the ace.
You think you saw 4 cards, but actually you saw 3, and one of them you saw twice. Now I didn't fool your eyes because you actually did see the same king twice. I fooled your consciousness.
Your consciousness uses these principles one by one like a well-oiled machine.
The first principle that works here is the principle of simplicity. It is always on and always looking for simpler ways to interpret reality.
Exactly, and the one rule is that complex reality equals expensive energy.
After I've shown you the first 4 cards, the first thing that your eyes saw was a discrepancy. An incongruency in the details of reality. Or as you can guess, a dissonance. Dissonance creates discomfort. And in serious cases, you can even have physical implications on your body.
He's been sick. Very sick.
Your consciousness will look for the easiest and fastest way to solve this dissonance.
In order to solve this problem, our consciousness uses the 3rd principle of imagination in order to create a pattern of its own paradigm.
Or in other words, our consciousness imagines a reality where it saw 4 different cards, just because this is the easier way to solve the conflict.
Now, the smart way to use these principles would be to exploit them in order to emphasize whatever you want your audience to focus on, and for them to neglect whatever you don't want them to focus on.
I'm sure that if you do magic, you're already using these principles. Every time you do an Elmsley count, you use the dissonance principle. Every time you perform the ambitious card routine, you use the principle of imagination, because you create an imaginary pattern that connects your snap of your fingers to the fact that the card rises to the top. And every time you recap and tell your audience what happened in the last few minutes, you use the simplicity principle.
So next time you create a piece of magic, try reverse engineering it.
Try to imagine what you want your audience to think at the end. The best way to imagine it is to think how your audience will tell this to their friends.
Now there's a lot of examples like this that hide really well in a lot of traditional magic pieces, so comment down below which of these principles you use in your magic.
Yo, Danny, thanks.
Brother, it's been a pleasure. You're so welcome. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on the channel.
Of course.
This guy's a genius, man. If you guys are coming from my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out the video we did on my channel.
Yes, first link down below. Be sure to click it and watch it. It was really good. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it, and see you next time. Nice.